Archangel Michael says, "The room was dimly lit, the air heavy with truth and betrayal, as a closed-door meeting took place where your name was the centerpiece. Whispers traveled like poison, strategies crafted not in your presence but entirely around your fate. Before the final words were uttered, one person stormed out, eyes swollen, hands shaking, because they realized too late what was being planned behind your back. This was not just a gathering, it was a plotted decision that could have changed your entire life without your knowledge. They discussed details you haven't even spoken out loud, private things only someone very close to you could have revealed. In that moment, something inside one of them broke, and they could no longer carry the guilt. A chair was kicked backward, a door slammed, and silence filled the room once more, but your name still echoed between the walls. That person's tears carried a warning for you, a signal that something done in secret has begun to unravel, and the truth is about to surface whether you're ready or not. Archangel Michael says, someone's mask is falling, and they can no longer pretend. They thought you wouldn't find out, but the emotional storm they stirred up is about to hit them like lightning. It's not just about what they said, it's about what they almost let happen. Type Amen to get blessing 333. A second individual in that meeting recorded part of the conversation, out of fear, or perhaps regret, and that recording will find its way to you soon. What you hear in it will shake you, not just because of what was said, but because of who said it. You trusted that voice once, perhaps still do, and this revelation will carve through your memory like a blade. That person who left the meeting crying has not contacted you yet, but they are gathering the courage. They're deciding whether to tell you everything now or keep protecting someone else out of loyalty. But the divine realm is intervening because they waited too long. You must understand, this was not just gossip. This was a move to limit your future, manipulate your opportunities, and silence your presence. They knew you were becoming powerful, so they tried to build a cage out of secrets and lies. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The person who broke down emotionally, someone you least expected, never agreed with what was said. They entered that room believing it was a regular meeting, only to discover that the target was you. When the conversation shifted towards something irreversible, they couldn't bear it. They spoke up once, quietly, asking, "Are you sure this is the right thing to do?" But their voice was silenced, overridden by those who had already made their decision. That moment was the turning point, when the light inside them flickered with guilt. One participant, bold and cold, led the entire conversation with a smirk. They held your personal details like a deck of cards, throwing them down one by one, manipulating facts to make you look like the problem. Their goal was not justice, it was destruction. Type Amen to get blessing 997. You're being protected now because the divine saw what you didn't. You didn't walk into that room, but your energy did, and it unsettled every dishonest person there. The spiritual power surrounding you is not allowing their plan to succeed. An angelic force stopped something very dangerous from being signed, agreed upon, or sealed. You may feel unrest in your spirit lately, like you're being watched, or something is wrong, and that's because your soul is picking up on what was intended for harm. But light intercepted it. The woman who left the room in tears, yes, it was a woman, once loved you dearly. She betrayed you in part by staying silent, but she never fully wanted to see you destroyed. Now, she's caught between shame and salvation. Type Amen to get blessing 444. There's a folder with your name on it. Physically or digitally, it exists. Inside are collected messages, stories, and one big lie that someone added to strengthen their case against you. What they didn't expect is that the lie would be revealed, not by a stranger, but by someone they relied on. There was a phrase they used that accidentally matches something only you and that person would know. It's their downfall. That key detail is about to unlock everything. You were the topic, but not the threat. They turned you into the enemy because they were jealous of your growth. You were rising, glowing, stepping into your calling, and they couldn't stand in the light beside you. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Someone even suggested revoking something from you, a contract, an opportunity, or an entitlement. But Archangel Michael intervened in the form of sudden disruption, a tech glitch, a ringing phone, or a power cut that paused the meeting at the perfect time. That delay gave one person the time to rethink everything. There is now a fracture in the group. The alliance is cracking. Someone who agreed in that room has now gone silent in communication. They feel regret but fear what you will say if you discover the truth. Your name wasn't just mentioned, it was dissected. Your path, your personality, your past, all picked apart by people who do not understand the depth of your spirit. They wanted to dim your influence. Type Amen to get blessing 654. But no secret stays hidden forever. A message you're going to receive, completely out of the blue, will act like a flashlight. It will expose the one who stayed behind after the tears were wiped away, the one who whispered, "Let's proceed anyway." You will not have to go searching. It will arrive to you, via message, email, voicemail, or even word of mouth, delivered by divine orchestration. The person who brings it may not even realize they're delivering a prophecy. There's another reason this all happened. The universe needed to reveal hearts to you. Not everyone who claps for you is for you. Not everyone who claps for you is for you. Not everyone who says, "You inspire me," actually wants you to win. Type Amen to get blessing 555. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, "Your energy shook that room even in your absence." The plan was to remove you from something, but heaven is placing you higher than ever before. This betrayal backfired, and now the ones who plotted against you are starting to experience strange delays and frustrations. They are seeing their own plans fall apart, while doors are opening for you that they thought they had closed. This is divine reversal. You were supposed to fall, but you are being lifted instead. Keep your movements silent right now. There are still eyes watching you. But they cannot touch what is protected by light. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The one who led the meeting is under spiritual judgment. Their own foundation is beginning to crack. They thought they could outsmart destiny, but destiny already circled your name in golden light. A lawyer is involved, or soon will be. But instead of you being the target, your name will be cleared and protected. Heaven is sending you a shield in the form of truth. One person tried to switch sides midway. They offered a compromise, but were shut down. That person is the one most likely to confess to you in private. Type Amen to get blessing 818. There is a screenshot saved, an audio clip unreleased, a document half-signed, some unfinished act meant to target you. But everything incomplete is now unraveling. The lies are turning into proof, and the traitor is now trying to clean their hands. They are dreaming about you. Night after night. Not because they miss you, but because they fear what's coming. You may have felt a random urge to cry or sit alone recently. That was your soul connecting to the tears they shed on your behalf. Spirit always knows before the body understands. Type Amen to get blessing 303. A divine twist is occurring. Someone who was in that room is now planning to meet with you, pretending nothing ever happened. But their silence will be loud. Their hands will shake. Their eyes won't hold yours for long. There is spiritual fire surrounding your name now. Any word spoken against you will come back on the speaker sevenfold. Any move made in secret is now being undone in the open. What was once hidden will be broadcasted, not as a scandal, but as a lesson. The people watching this unfold will begin to see you as the light they tried to shadow. Type Amen to get blessing 144. Your ancestors are active. One of them, a woman with strong energy, pushed the meeting off course. She stirred discomfort in the hearts of those plotting against you, and you'll begin to sense her presence more in your waking hours. A butterfly, a breeze, or a shift in light will confirm her presence. She didn't let you fall. She won't now either. You are walking into a period where the truth will favor you, even when lies try to get louder. Because what was done in darkness has been dragged into divine spotlight. Type Amen to get blessing 611. Archangel Michael says, you were spiritually invited to that meeting, even though you weren't there physically. That's why your spirit has been restless, your body tense. You were fighting a battle in the unseen. But you won. The enemy's plans are broken. And you are now moving into recovery. Someone will soon apologize, not with words but with actions. You'll know who it is because they'll be unable to meet your gaze. And they'll try to offer something that was once taken from you. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Remain silent for now, but not still. Watch who contacts you suddenly. Watch who avoids you out of guilt. Watch who speaks kindly, but trembles in your presence. This spiritual situation has now flipped. You are in a season of exposure and reward. You are being vindicated. Not with vengeance, but with elevation. Let the meeting have happened. Let the tears fall. Because the truth that came from it is now yours to walk boldly into. Type Amen to get blessing 377. A file has been moved. A copy of the evidence is now stored outside their control. The person who cried has taken a step that even they don't realize will save you. They didn't just walk away with tears, they walked away with proof. A few words recorded. A few screenshots backed up. One voice memo saved in a rush that will soon find its way to your hands. Someone higher than all of them, a figure in authority, will soon hear about this betrayal, and the moment they do, everything that was built against you will come crumbling down. The one who orchestrated the plan won't know how their own words became their trap. Type Amen to get blessing 535. The moment you feel a shift in your atmosphere, when a breeze enters your home unexpectedly or a device flickers without explanation, it's not random. It's the divine preparing the pathway. You are about to be contacted about something unusual. This conversation won't begin with the truth, it will begin with an apology disguised as small talk. The person speaking will circle around the real reason. But your spirit will already know what they're trying to say. Don't rush your reaction. Let the full truth unfold, because even more is buried beneath their surface confession. There are still names you don't know, people you never thought would be involved. Type Amen to get blessing 181. Your silence will be your sword now. Watch without reacting. Let them show you who they are with their panic. One of them is losing sleep. They keep checking their phone, expecting to hear that you found out. That pressure will break them before anything else does. You don't need to chase truth, truth is coming to chase you. Divine justice doesn't knock, it breaks doors open when the time is right. Type Amen to get blessing 434. Someone in that group is going to have a public downfall. And their first instinct will be to reach out to you. Because deep down, they know your soul is clean, and their redemption might start through your mercy. You will be given the upper hand, not just spiritually, but in the physical realm. A decision will fall into your lap. You'll be offered something to replace what was nearly stolen. Your name is being reattached to opportunities. Your identity is being restored in places it was erased. You are returning, but not as the same person, you are returning with favor. Type Amen to get blessing 242. Archangel Michael says, the emotional energy released in that room was not ordinary. A portal opened, spiritual eyes were watching. Angels surrounded the space, and someone felt that presence. That's why they couldn't hold it in. They broke not just out of guilt, but because the spiritual weight of their actions was too heavy to carry. You were being defended in real time by the unseen. That meeting will never be spoken of the same way again. Everyone present walked out changed, but only one walked out redeemed. Type Amen to get blessing 313. Expect divine timing now. Someone will miss a train, lose a file, or accidentally send something to the wrong person. Those errors are heaven's way of revealing what was hidden. Your role is not revenge. Your role is readiness. Prepare yourself emotionally, spiritually, even financially, because the shift is coming, and it will arrive when you're still. The moment they realize you know the truth will be the beginning of their unraveling. Their masks are paper thin in front of divine fire. Type Amen to get blessing 383. A document they were planning to submit has your name in it, but now they're hesitating. They're scared it will come back to them. Because someone warned them already, you are not alone. Heaven has placed a divine witness in your life. This person may appear quiet, but they're spiritually armed. You'll recognize them by their calm voice and sudden interest in your well-being. They are not just checking in, they were sent. You may meet them soon or already know them casually. Pay attention to how they react when your name is mentioned in spiritual conversations. Type Amen to get blessing 969. Something personal was used in that room, an old message, a private detail, a moment you once trusted them with. It stung because you never thought that would be weaponized. But what they thought would destroy you is now the very thing drawing spiritual justice down. What they touched has now been marked. And you are now walking into divine compensation. Watch how the scales balance. You will rise gently, without needing to expose anyone yourself. The divine will do it for you, loudly, clearly, and undeniably. Type Amen to get blessing 606. You may feel alone, but you are surrounded. Your prayers, even the quiet ones you whispered in moments of despair, have reached the ears of divine forces. That's why the meeting turned sour. They underestimated the strength of your spirit. Even in your absence, you were louder than anyone else in that room. Your light made their shadows uncomfortable. You are divinely backed, covered, and chosen. Now begins the unmasking. And one by one, you will know everything you need to know, not all at once, but exactly when it serves your highest good. Type Amen to get blessing 121. The woman who walked out in tears, she still loves you in some way. Romantic or platonic, there was once something between you that was real. Her betrayal wasn't full, she was pulled into something bigger than she realized. She may not contact you soon, but she will send a sign. A song, a word, a gift that reminds you of her. When you receive it, don't act immediately, just listen. She's struggling with guilt and wants to come clean, but she's scared of losing your respect. Her soul is crying, even if her lips stay sealed. Type Amen to get blessing 787. You are not fragile. You are fire hidden inside still waters. That's why they feared your rise. That's why they tried to sabotage it before you even realized what you were stepping into. But the time for fear is over. You are stepping into clarity. Every step forward from here will be led by divine order. The person who tried to erase you will soon wish they had never touched your name. Because now your name is wrapped in power, sealed in light, and watched over by forces they cannot see. Type Amen to get blessing 414. You are not losing, you are being lifted. Slowly, silently, with divine grace, you are being moved into a higher space. Don't announce it. Let them wonder how everything is falling in your favor. They thought you wouldn't find out. But the divine never lets deceit go unchecked. The lie they used is now the rope around their own plan. And even if they try to stop the consequences, it's too late. The tears they caused are turning into your triumph. Type Amen to get blessing 700. This message came to you for a reason. Something in your soul recognized these words, even before they reached your eyes. Because you felt the shift before it was revealed. Your dreams may begin changing. Symbols, names, numbers, pay attention. You're receiving divine intel while you sleep. Soon, the woman who cried will want to speak again. She will sit in silence, then whisper, "I didn't know it would go that far." That's your moment of confirmation. Type Amen to get blessing 808. You're not required to take them back. But you are being called to step into truth. With calm. With strength. With divine alignment. Everything is aligning now. The pain had a purpose. The plot had a lesson. And now, your name will be restored in full honor. A meeting once meant to erase you will now become the reason you rise even higher. Because light doesn't need defense, it just needs time. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Someone in that room is now terrified, not of you, but of what they've invited into their life by speaking against you. A spiritual disturbance has started to manifest for them. Misfortunes, confusion, emotional heaviness, they're starting to feel the result of interfering with divine order. You are not ordinary. That meeting wasn't just betrayal, it was a spiritual offense. And the universe has already issued consequences that no one can reverse but divine mercy. Your name is protected in realms far above their strategies. The silence from heaven lately was not absence, it was observation. The judgment they now face is not yours to carry. Type Amen to get blessing 555. A shift is happening beneath the surface. You'll begin to notice delays in their communication, strange behavior from people you thought were distant from this situation. That's because the energy is shifting, and everyone is being pulled into alignment. The truth is magnetic, it draws in the unaware, the unwilling, even the regretful. And now, truth is circling back to you with force. You won't have to raise your voice to be heard. Your stillness will speak for you. Your light will do what their whispers never could, reveal integrity through peace. Type Amen to get blessing 633. Archangel Michael says, be slow to speak in the coming days, but quick to discern. Watch who starts acting more helpful than usual. Watch who praises you suddenly. Some are only drawing closer to see how much you know. Some want to get ahead of what's coming. But you are not required to play along with their performance. You are beyond that now. This is not a season of begging or chasing, it is a season of receiving. And those meant to bless you will come without manipulation or fear. Type Amen to get blessing 444. One person from that meeting is being spiritually pressed to tell the truth. They feel sick, unsettled, and disconnected from everything around them. That's because their soul knows they were wrong. They may not confess in public, but they will send a message, make a call, or write a letter. It won't have all the details, but it will be enough for you to know they've broken away from the rest. That act alone will start a divine chain reaction. The spiritual balance will shift. And your protection will rise even higher. Type Amen to get blessing 277. The woman who cried will carry this for a long time. Because you once defended her, maybe even stood up for her when no one else did. She remembers that. And now, in the same spirit, the divine is standing up for you. You may not see it in full just yet, but evidence is gathering. A spiritual report is being compiled with every word spoken against you. In time, you will be vindicated in front of those who questioned your worth. They will see why divine favor follows you, even in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 919. Someone will offer you a new opportunity, completely unexpected. It will come as a form of making things right, even if it's not labeled that way. Accept it with wisdom, not bitterness. You don't need to seek revenge, success will echo louder. You'll walk past the very doors they tried to shut, and they'll have to watch you be welcomed in with grace. This next chapter of your life was birthed through tears, but it will be lived in strength. The betrayal was real, but your rise will be undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 212. You're not the victim in this story, you're the warrior that made it through unseen battles. You never even had to show up to the fight. Heaven showed up for you. This is why you're going to begin attracting people with pure intentions. The masks are falling, and the real ones are being sent to support you. Don't resist what's falling apart, it's protection in disguise. Everything that left, broke, or changed did so because what's next requires no shadows around you. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You are not alone. You never were. The moment your name was spoken in that dark meeting, the heavens moved. Archangel Michael guarded your spirit, even while you were unaware. The tears you didn't know were shed for you will soon become the rain that waters your breakthrough. Prepare yourself. The chapter that follows this one will not be built on pain, it will be built on divine proof, peace, and promise. Type Amen to get blessing 303.